prepare, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you get a saute pan, get it nice and hot. Making it hot is always the key because you don't want to put your ingredients in there and have to wait for them all to get hot. I got 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to put those in whole, and we're going to let those get brown. Now the key with the whole garlic is to put in so it browns and roasts at the same time without, burning it. So it gives you a little more time. Get that nice color here. Let's get it nice, and you get the flavor in the oil. We're gonna take about a cup of chopped tomatoes, drop them right in there. Always cool them off because you don't want it to spark up in your face. Now they say put the flame lower because you don't want to burn the acid from the tomatoes. So you're gonna let that cook. So now you're gonna put your pinch of salt and your pinch of pepper. So when dealing with fresh tomatoes, the salt is nice to put in before the ingredients, and it starts to get the moisture out and the sugars out of the tomatoes to build a nice base for the sauce. So now you got your clams. These are Eastern Shore clams. This is a single restaurant portion, but obviously if you're making it for 2, you can double it up. You can put more of one thing, less of the other. It's really at your discretion. Put the clams and your mussels in there. Toss it around nice. So you're going to want to let these go. You'll see them start to open right there. That's what you're kind of looking at. You want to get them so the mussel weakens up so all the moisture can come out. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this, literally. The mussels are from Maine. We get those fresh 1 to 2 times a week. So now you got your shrimp. These are Louisiana Gulf shrimp. So we always try to use as much local ingredients as possible. Now you're going to want to put a little bit more salt because you just doubled the volume of your ingredients. A little more cracks of pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. It's really how you like it. I like in this dish, it's clams, mussels, it's going to be a little bit salty anyways. So I always encourage that you taste to get a spoon. You cook it for yourself, like I do at home, just stick your finger right in there, lick it. Health department isn't going to come to your house and fire you. But in the restaurant, we can't do that. So now you got the tomatoes starting to let out a little bit of color. See how the shellfish is starting to open up nice. You got a little bit of color on the shrimp. Now you add your calamari. That's about 3 ounces of calamari. Calamari is also fresh from Rhode Island, so we try to use as much local as possible, fresh, whenever we get the opportunity. So now you're building it. You got the oils down there cooking nice. Add a little bit more oil, just like that. I know you guys are probably wondering when you're gonna put the parsley in. Parsley always goes in at the end. You gotta cook it really nice, get the moisture out. What you're gonna wanna do now, you always get just another frying pan as a cover, so you can steam it just a little bit. Now while that's working, I got about 8 ounces of linguine. We use the Checo. Water's already pre-salted, but to give you guys a little understanding of how much salt to put in, you just kind of measure at the palm of your hand. It seems like a lot, but it's really not, because the worst thing is having pasta that's cooked in water that's not salted enough. So that's about how much I put. I'm gonna drop it right in there. You guys are probably wondering like, oh no, you didn't put any oil in there. You don't need the oil. The oil doesn't absorb into the pasta, doesn't help it from sticking and whatnot. So you really don't need the oil. It's just not gonna absorb. It's really kind of like an old wives' tale. Now you're gonna stir it. Linguine takes about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. I've heard people say you pick it up and you throw it at the wall, see if it sticks. In my house, you do that, you're gonna get smacked across the head, because that's just wasting food. You can take a piece out, you can taste it. I'm gonna let that go a little bit. So I'm gonna lift the cover. Now you guys can see The level of moisture is nice. So if you have, marinara made at home already, this is when you put in a little bit of marinara, a little bit of tomato sauce, or you can get a little pomi of the little tomato sauce in the cardboard box, what we like to use. Lucky for us, this is a restaurant, so we prepare our things. So we just put just a little bit, and really that's mainly just to compensate for the sweetness and the color that you're gonna get, that you're not gonna get from an out of season tomato. We don't use white wine in it. You could put white wine in it if you want. Really, you can put a little white wine, a little sweet vermouth goes good, but our family recipe doesn't call for it. So these shrimp are already cooked. So you're gonna wanna pull those out because you don't wanna overcook the shrimp. I'm like a fisherman over here trying to find these things in the sauce right here. So now you look, most of the shellfish is already opening nice. It's cooperating. Everything's marrying in there nice. If your shellfish is taking too long to open, you can remove the other ingredients and let those finish cooking. Or you could just take a knife and kind of pop it right in there. You'll see it starts to open. You pop it right in there and help it along. People think that your shellfish is bad if it's not opening. Sometimes it's just too cold and you shock it too much, so the muscle just kind of locks in that place. We're gonna go back to the pasta. So that's about a third of the way done. Like I said, it's gonna take about 6 or 7 minutes to cook. Let that cook nice. Make it al dente 7 minutes. When you drain the pasta, you don't have to rinse it off. You don't have to do any of that. If you want to pre-cook your pasta because you have a lot of guests come in and you're not sure of the timing, cook it at about 6 minutes, drain it, coat it with olive oil, and put it in your refrigerator on a casserole, a flat sheet pan, whatever you got. Because the oil will coat it and it'll stop the starch from bleeding out, and it'll help it chill faster. Only thing with that is you're still gonna need a pot of water for when you use it to rethermalize the pasta. So this sauce is completely finished. I'm gonna put the shrimp back in there. We're gonna wait for this linguine to cook nice. I like my pasta really al dente. That's just the way I was brought up. Don't be afraid of al dente pasta. It's really the way you should eat it. It's got the best flavor. So now that we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about myself a little bit because I'm Italian, that's what we do. So for most of you that don't know me, born in Brooklyn, New York. My mom moved us here in 1988 to Virginia Beach, loved the area. She opened up her first restaurant at the ocean front and then opened up a second restaurant on Laskin Road called La Bella Italia, which she recently sold 2 years ago. We grew up in the bakery business, so it started out a little family trattoria where we made the fresh bread, the mozzarella. I didn't like school, so I chose to go in there and I kind of became her apprentice, learning from the back end to making fresh mozzarella, making fresh pasta, all that stuff. So I became passionate about food because I love to eat, and that's why I kind of started honing my skills, taking our family recipes and just kind of making them my own. Some stuff I leave traditional, but some stuff I just, I like to kind of play with the ideas and the different sauces, make a little fancy schmancy every once in a while, but for the most part, I stick to the fundamentals. So that's about me. This pasta is about al dente. So I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. Take one strand out. So the term al dente came from to the tooth. So when you taste it and you bite into it, you want to kind of feel a little bit of that crunch, but still the outside be soft where it's going to absorb the flavor. So once it's al dente, what we do in the restaurant is little pasta water is going to go in there just residually. You're at home, get a colander, and just kind of drain it. We're gonna put a little bit of that pasta water right in there. We call it pasta stock. And now we're gonna let that kind of marry and simmer in there. That's another way to ensure that the pasta will stay nice and al dente and absorb all the flavor. So, you know, not too long, not too long. So I'm gonna walk over and get a plate. So now that this is done, great order, man. I wish you guys were actually here. I always finish off a little bit extra olive oil because you want that perfume. A little bit of the black pepper right on the pasta. And here's where your parsley comes in. Not too much because remember, you're not cooking it, so you don't want to get, you know, this over herbaceousness from the raw parsley. Plus, sometimes the texture can be too much. So that's all done. Real easy. So when you put it on the plate, you don't just slop it on there. You kind of bring it over, give it a little twist. Get all the pasta nice and underneath all the ingredients. You got your clams, your mussels. Now this dish, you can make it with lobster. You can make it just clams, just mussels. You know, this area we're fortunate. We got a lot of fresh seafood, crabs, soft shell crabs when they're in season. Really, you can, you know, it's kind of the base for almost every dish with seafood in it. So you just kind of arrange all the seafood right around just like that. Got nice garlic in there. You know, at home we would take it out, but I leave it in there because you have the option of whether you want to mash it up and put it in. So now you got perfect consistency for the sauce. So now is when I do my final tasting. For me, you'll know it needs a little bit more salt, needs a little bit more oil. So crushed red pepper flakes, total optional, but for me, it just kind of kicks it up a notch. You don't want to make it spicy, but you don't want it to be kind of bland. So this is where the pasta stock comes in handy. Just a little bit more, just like that. You kind of get all that yummy goodness. Oh my God, the sauce is burnt. No, that's beautiful. You want all that. It gives some nuttiness in there. Pour it right in the middle. Wipe your plate off. Want to put a sprig of parsley in the center. You can totally do so for color. I don't like overkilling it, so this is how I do it. So this is our linguine frutti di mare. We serve it on our menu. You know, it's big on Friday nights for me and my family. You know, my wife likes more the calamari and the clams versus the other stuff. So you can really put whatever you want in there, but that's your basic red sauce for any seafood dish you're gonna make. Thank you guys for joining us. Check out our website at labelleandget.com, our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can make reservations right online. I hope to see you guys in for dinner soon. Enjoy this with a nice Pinot Grigio or a semi-oaky Chardonnay. And here it is. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.